Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I am Isaiah Jacoby, also known as IJ Yo-Yo. Today I'm going to be talking about how I bought my first camera. Now this is a little bit different from how I started photography, but we're going through what it took to actually get this camera. And so you can go watch how I started photography and some of the other videos that are at the beginning of the playlist. But those are going to be up there. Don't forget to check those out. Anyways, let's get right into it. So there were a few things leading up to this point, but the main thing that I remember the most is going to Target. We used to go to Target pretty frequently for groceries in the summer because there was nothing really else to do. And I believe during this time I was also vlogging quite a bit with one of my good friends, Rocky, and I think I was just using my phone for that, and all of a sudden me and my sister usually went around and we looked around the store and stuff, and just like looked at the toys and stuff when we were like 15. But we saw, I saw, the camera section where it's like there's a bunch of different like devices you can look at, like iPhones and phones and speakers, and really anything like technology wise is in that area. So I was looking at the cameras, and all of a sudden I saw this really nice one, this really looking like professional one, this huge one in my eyes, in my 15-year-old eyes, with the lens. And it was it's hosted to the thing, but it was just like, wow, like I really wanted it. The quality looked amazing. It was just like taking photos on it direct in the store, in the little area where you can bring it. It was just absolutely amazing. It was like I just really wanted the camera, so I took a picture of it and I just said I want it. Like my parents usually didn't buy me stuff like that, so it was gonna be have to be worked on. So I made it a goal that summer to get that camera, and I didn't have a job, actually, an actual job, because I was 15. So instead of that, I had to become really creative in how I got my money as a 15-year-old. So I would do things for other people in the neighborhood. I would walk the dog. I walked a few dogs for a little bit when people were away, or if they didn't want to. That worked out. During that time I also met one of my favorite dogs, Eddie. I walked him for about a year after, 2 years actually, probably 2 years, every day. And so I did that, but I also did a little bit of graphic design. I'd say a little bit compared to now, because I wasn't, I did a little bit of graphic design for some YouTubers, some Twitter people. I say Twitter people because some of them are businesses, some of them are like individual influencers. Back then that word wasn't even a thing. Things like that. I just did graphic design. But the main thing that really made so I started mowing lawns. So I already knew how to mow my lawn, and I didn't get paid for that. I didn't get money for my chores really. But my neighbors saw me doing the lawn, and so my first neighbor, they asked me to do their lawn, and it was a pretty big lawn. So I was doing mine and their lawn, and then that worked out really good. They really liked me mowing their lawn, and it was great. It was very hot. You got to remember, it's like 80 to 90 degrees on average, probably 95 degrees some days. Less lawns during the fall, and I was also trying to apply to different jobs. Like I tried applying to McDonald's. I didn't get a call back from them after the interview. Tried working at Olive Garden. They said I couldn't work there. I had an interview with Cold Stone. They rejected me for, I honestly think it was the math questions that I messed up on, which I was so surprised, but I was 15 years old when that happened. I also tried applying to Pick and Save during that time, age 15. So, you know, I was really trying to get a job so that I could get this camera faster. But even during the school year, I was just hustling, basically making money off of graphic design work and different work that people wanted, either friends or gamers. And you know, that's really how it all started. And I was just working so hard, lawn mowing and doing all these different things at 15, trying to buy this camera as much as possible. And you know, I would try it pretty hard. So come November, I think around my birthday, I think I finally ordered it. And I was like, I have enough money. I finally had enough money for it, and I decided to get the 70D instead. I was looking at options, and the 70D looked a lot better than the T5i. So my camera came on Thanksgiving, pretty close to Thanksgiving. I don't remember it too much, but I remember the biggest part about it was that the battery did not work at all. This was like the 27th of November, and the battery was completely dead, and you know, I had school too during that time, so it was just like I couldn't really do anything about it except for get Canon to help me out, and Canon did do a good job. They sent me a new battery, I think, camera or something. I don't what they said. Oh, okay, so I actually bought it on Thanksgiving, and then it came December 12th, and the battery wasn't working. So it took about another week. It was actually December, Christmas Eve, when I finally got my battery, and it was great. Like, after that, everything just worked out. I had my camera, and I was ready to record on the 25th for Christmas, and I actually have a video pranking my sister. That was one of the first videos that I used with this camera. And, you know, that's basically how I got the money. Because a lot of people ask me, how do you have a camera at such a young age? And it was just like, it was passion to get it, to take photos, to make better videos, and that's how it went. So I would honestly say that's probably the hardest I've ever worked for something in my life, because it was such a long duration, and I knew what I was going for, and I just had a goal in mind, like one goal. And that was pretty much my whole, that was pretty much all my money spent on my camera for like 8 months. I might have gone to the movie theaters a few times, but I didn't really do much except for just grind for this camera. And it just, and I think it was a great investment to do. If you have the time, I would definitely do it, but yeah, that is how I bought my first camera at 15. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, maybe turn on notifications for future videos. I do commercial photos, modeling photo shoots, a little bit of vlogging, some tips and tricks for photography, and yeah, so don't forget to subscribe. You can check out my Instagram down below for my photos and stuff. And have a nice day. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.